Let's talk about makeup. It's one of the more deceptive things that women continue to do. And in today's culture, they do it in excess. They appear to have gone overboard with this need to contour their face, change the appearance of their nose, add blushes, and add all types of features to their face with all of these liquid chemicals in order to conceal who they truly are. For me, there are some women who would like to use a little bit of makeup to change their appearance. You know, it's not a bad thing to do most of the time, but there are times when it's completely deceptive. I believe it is their ability to manipulate their appearance in order to reflect who they want to be, to highlight certain sexual characteristics about them, to better position themselves with better high-value men, and to obtain resources from them. The problem is that when women do this, they don't think there's a double standard, and when men misrepresent themselves in the dating landscape, whether it's lying about their height, weight, what they make, or lying about their age, women will say, well, men are the biggest liars. Men are trying to cheat the system. Men are trying to lie to us. Now, I prefer a natural-looking woman. This does not imply that she does not wear makeup. She can wear a minimal amount of makeup. I recognize that there are women who have lighter eyelashes, lighter brows, and a lot of women who have freckles that they think they want to conceal, or certain things going on with their skin that they want to conceal, and we can understand that to some extent. But when it comes to those profile pictures where you can see different shades of their skin, women who look nothing like the person they're trying to represent themselves, when you scrape all of that away, you're left with the question of how you can call men liars on instinct. We all know that, for the most part, beauty and appearance are all that matters in the dating world. I know a lot of feminists have tried to get your thing by their job title or their degree, basically saying I bring the same thing to you so you should find value in this. Maybe they don't have the guts to pull off what these women are pulling off. They are aware that these women are manipulating men, and they are thinking to themselves, well, at least I'm not trying to lie to you and manipulate, so at least I'm showing you my degree and my ability to earn instead of doing this. But in the grand scheme of things, I believe both of them are doing themselves a disservice by applying double standards. Men are liars, but you live this type of lifestyle, wearing waist trainers, girdles, and other clothing to manipulate your body and make us more attracted to you. If you're married or live with a woman who can transform herself into something else, it's a nice thing to do, and if you're looking for the appearance. But at the end of the day, when you know what it takes for people to do this, the hours or minutes it takes, the amount of money it takes, the amount of layers of makeup, and how it rubs onto your clothes and lies on your pillowcase, how she has to strip that down, and she only did it once. What's up with these heavy-weighted eyelashes? Now you got the drawing on permanent makeup, microblading, where they draw these brows to be permanent. The amount of Nike swoosh-looking eyebrows out here is ridiculous. And now you have no idea what people look like. There was a case where a doctor, I believe in one of the Asian countries, sued the woman because when their children were born, they didn't look like what she knew a common genetic. They didn't have the genetic traits of both of the parents. The child came out ugly, and he was so distraught. Then he discovered that the woman had so much makeup and plastic surgery on her, that her genetics were ugly but she was able to manufacture herself as pretty, and he had any suitor for that. These people, such as the Charles guy who does these makeup kits, and many of these men who run these channels, are getting these women to do these types of things to their faces. This is why guys would say things like, I'm not taking you on a date to a restaurant. I'm going to take you swimming. I'm going to take you mini golfing on a hot, muggy, humid day. Some women who know that they want to know that ahead of time before you go out there so they don't have their face running and melting all the way down. And if it's not makeup, it's Botox, lip fillers, and chin cheek ejections. There are numerous ways in which women will manipulate their appearance in order to manipulate men and obtain their resources. But let's call a spade a spade. If that's the game you want to play, fine. Don't be upset if a real man doesn't show up. Don't be upset if a man comes in and manipulates you. And don't be upset if he comes in with you. You guys gotta understand the makeup industry is relatively new. I mean, they've been doing this since Egypt and applying eyeliner. But in terms of the United States, max factor somewhere around the 1920s, when they started making films and silent films. And the women can see how these stars were able to use these Hollywood makeup companies to make themselves look a little bit more beautiful. But with what we're doing now, it's becoming increasingly difficult to tell what's real. And if you're a young man, everything you know is a lie. Consider this. If you see a woman who is so beautiful, chances are she doesn't have a real thing on her face that is hers. So these are the things you must consider. This is classic manipulation, and only red pill men recognize it as such. You can call it out as you see fit. People would be laughing at me if I came in and sprayed a hairline on the top of my head and a beard on my face. It's the same thing we should be doing to them. Don't misrepresent yourself. Don't manipulate men based on your appearance. and always present your best self. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.